Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. I always say this in practically almost every video. It's been so long since I last recorded, and honestly, it really does feel that way though. Obviously, it is now December. It is a very busy month. You know, holidays, the New Year's coming up. There's a lot of things happening. So anyways, hi, how's everyone doing? I am wearing an ugly Christmas sweater. You know, pretty on brand. Lots of cats going around, why not add one more to the mix, right? In today's video, as you guys can see by the title, I wanted to share my favorite foundations of 2023. So, before we get started with that, of course, be sure you are subscribed to my channel, ring that bell so you're notified when I do upload a new video, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up for doing these like year-end videos, because like me trying to figure out everything and remember everything takes a lot, especially my busy schedule. And don't forget to follow me on my social media handle right here. And let's get started with the video. I am so hot right now because, you know, I have all the lights going around and we're gonna have a bunch of people in the house. So I have about 6 foundations here. One is not technically a foundation, but it is my favorite and I wanted to share that with you guys. So I'm gonna tell you guys about the foundations and put like some nitty-gritty details up in the corner right here. So I'm just gonna scooch over a little bit just so I can have enough room to put the information accordingly for you guys. First and foremost is like my favorite all-time foundation. It is no other than the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. So I have this in the shade number 6 because I am tan from our honeymoon. Typically in the wintertime, I obviously get lighter just like everybody else, and I am shade number 4. But because, you know, I did get tan recently, it may take a little bit longer for me to get like that light again. So I may not use that shade in a while. If anything, I'll slightly lighten this up a bit. Just to have it match the rest of my body accordingly. But anyways though, this is everyone's cult favorite, the Luminous Silk, Giorgio Armani. Like I said, you can get this at Sephora. Now, Giorgio Armani is a pricey foundation. This retails now on the Sephora website for $93. I don't remember it being that price in all honesty. I remember maybe like in the 70s or maybe 80s. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember it ever being $93. So this foundation is oil-free. It gives you a luminous glowy look, that's the name, Luminous Silk. And this is a very buildable foundation, medium coverage. All my foundations are medium to buildable coverage. I prefer it that way. I don't like full coverage foundations. Maybe sometimes light for the summertime, but typically my foundations are medium to buildable coverage. So this is what this is. It does give you a nice luminous glow, like I said, but kind of little matte at the same time. So it's not completely glowy. So this is why I like this foundation so much, because it's kind of a balance between the two. It gives you glow in the right areas but keep you matte in others as well. So this is a cult favorite for amongst everybody, even bridal makeup artists. I hope they never discontinue this and reformulate and bring it back and whatever. Like, this is definitely a cult favorite, and for good reason. It lasts all day for me because I typically work like 12-hour days. So when I put my foundation at like 7 in the morning and I come home, it's like almost 8 p.m. at night, sometimes 9. So there are days it's well over 12-hour mark, and it lasts all day. It doesn't make me look oily, greasy. It gives me a nice amount of glow, and it still controls like my T-zone area as well. So this other foundation is still a Armani favorite. Now, I don't know what happened to this. I think it probably got reformulated and then brought back or discontinued, got back. I don't know what the case was, but it is the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Foundation. Now, they did sell this in Canada years ago, and when I finally ran out and I wanted to repurchase it, all of a sudden I can't find it in any Sephora, on any Giorgio Armani Canadian website, anywhere. I don't know why. So when we went on a honeymoon, I found it, but they didn't have my shade. So when we went to Buffalo, I found it in the Sephora in the States. So for whatever reason, it's not available in Canada. Don't know why, but it's now called the Power Fabric Plus. Don't know why there is the difference there. I'm assuming maybe this has SPF now. I'm not quite too sure, but if you are in search for a wonderful mattifying foundation that lasts 24 hours, this is it, because this was my cult favorite. So if you guys are interested in this, go to like the US sites, or if you can go to a Sephora in the States, they should have the shades there. So this does have SPF 25. It is the Power Fabric Plus. This is a mattifying foundation, like I said, and this is supposed to last for 24 hours. Again, this is also a medium buildable to full coverage with a natural matte finish. So what the Nordstrom website says is that this foundation is designed with sunscreen that lasts up to 24 hours and has SPF for UVA and UVB protection. While it's non-drying formula, this matte foundation is patented with microfill technology that allows pigments to lay flat for seamless blending, helping to create an illusion of flawless skin. Now, from what I remember with my old foundation, the older version of the Power Fabric foundation versus this, they pretty much perform exactly the same from what I remember from the old one versus this one. Yeah, so they perform exactly the same. They still give a beautiful mattified look. There was no creasing anywhere, nothing settled into my smile lines. Everything looked good and flawless. So I don't really see a difference in the formulation other than now this has SPF. I don't think the other one had SPF anyway, so maybe that's where the plus comes into play. But in any case, it is still a beautiful foundation. If you can't get your hands on it, please do. It is beautiful. So yeah, if you guys are interested in anything mattifying, the Power Fabric Plus, and anything matte, semi-matte, a little glowy, the Luminous Silk, that is everyone's cult favorite. Right, so next on the list I have is the Kryolan. This is what I'm wearing right now, and this is still going to be my top foundation. I'm pretty sure I'm going to say about all the foundations I say in this video because I love them all and they work so well. But it is the liquid version and the cream version. I personally prefer the liquid over cream. That's just a personal preference, but cream still works very well. So they're both the digital line. They have the this bluish kind of cap right here. And on media, it looks wonderful, it looks beautiful, it looks flawless, like you guys can see it right now. And they're very reasonably priced. They have shades for olive tones, which is a big deal, yellows, reds, and the fact that it is pretty affordable compared to Giorgio or Armani that was 80, it's almost 90 to $100 basically, right? This was about $35. Very, very affordable. Shade range, it's not as much as Giorgio Armani, but the fact that olive tones are available, that is a huge plus for me because not many brands carry olive tones, unfortunately. So again, that was a huge plus. And the difference between these two is that one is more catered towards dry skin and one is more catered towards more oilier combinations. So if you are dry, get the cream. If you are oily or normal, even combo skin, I would recommend the liquid version of it. They both have the silicone technology. They both give this mattified feel a little bit. The cream gives a little bit more glow and dew because it is catered toward more drier skin types in comparison with the liquid. But the two still perform very well. It looks beautiful on media, pictures, and so forth. So I do highly recommend it. And it does give that velvety matte feel. Again, you won't look overly glowy, overly matte. It's a nice balance. So these two, depending on the season, what day it is, and so forth, how my skin is, feeling that day, I'll go either with the cream or the liquid foundation. So next on the list is the Lady Gaga Haus foundation. This is a great foundation. Everyone loves it. I love it. I thought it was just overhyped, but I actually love it. And if you guys don't know about it, right, it's the Haus, the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. Now, when I was trying to shade match myself, and the closest would be 260 Like Me and Cool. For me, I was like, cool? I'm not cool. I'm a little warm. So the name, the shade description really threw me off. But once I tried it, it was a perfect match. I loved it. The performance, very, very nice. When Lady Gaga first came out with her makeup line that was on Amazon, everyone remembers that, I was very iffy when they rebranded and brought it to Sephora. I would think that, if you're bringing it to Sephora, you must have really done a major rebranding and, it's good. But for whatever reason, I was still kind of hesitant about it. So I finally said, you know what, let's give this a try. I tried this out in the concealer first before the foundation. And I absolutely love it. Shade range is amazing. They have tones for olive, and that is my number one thing because not many brands, again, carry olive undertones. And just like my other foundations, this is a medium coverage. It does give that more natural look to it. It retails for 61 Canadian dollars, which isn't bad. It's pretty good price range in comparison to the Giorgio Armani, obviously. So all the foundations I'm telling you guys, other than the Giorgio Armani, are like a reasonable-ish foundation price tag, and then there's Giorgio Armani at like almost $90 to $100. Anyways, so again, this is a medium coverage foundation. It is weightless. This is fermented with arnica that helps reduce the redness and protects skin from environmental stress. So the ingredients in here are pretty complex that's supposed to help the skin. So when I first saw the ingredients, I would think the price tag will be more expensive, but the fact that $61 is actually quite reasonable. But this is definitely a wonderful foundation. Everything performed very well. Nothing set to my fine lines. It was matte. Matte-ish, and it gave me a nice glow. Especially when I wore this in the summertime too, it didn't make me look like a sweaty hot mess. I had a nice glow to me. And last but not least, I had the L'Oreal Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. Now again, this is technically not a foundation, but it made it onto the list because it made my skin look so beautiful. It's something that I put on when it's just like I'm in a pinch and I just want something to help my skin look even out, hydrated, a nice glow to me. And it's drugstore. It's very inexpensive. I got this at Shoppers. I think it was like 20 something dollars. I mean, it's still pretty up there in price, but it also contains hyaluronic acid. It has skincare ingredients as well. So I didn't really mind too much. The one thing I did not like about this is the dropper. Because it gets really messy when you put it back in. I don't know if the camera can focus on that. Like, it kind of spills over a little bit. So this is a little messy. I would have preferred a pump, but it is a serum, so I kind of see why they would use a dropper over a pump. But in terms of, you know, cleanliness, I still prefer a pump over a dropper, especially when you have to shake it. It gets everywhere, and then, you know, it's just a hot mess. But other than that, the performance of the serum, very, very nice. It is very lightweight. You have a nice glow to you, especially when it's the summertime. You just radiate this lovely glow, and you don't really need to apply much after that because your skin is so evened out. It's glowy. Maybe if you want, you can add a bit of blush there. It's very minimal. It's really just easy on the go makeup, and that's what I love about it. Again, not a foundation technically, but it made it onto the list this year. So anyways, you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it and my favorites for 2023 for my foundations. And you know what? Tell me what your favorite foundation was for 2023. I have a multitude of them, depending on what my needs are. So that's why I have so many. But yes, tell me what your favorite foundation is. I really would like to know. And I can't believe 2024 is right around the corner. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this video, whether it's before Christmas, after Christmas, just around New Year. But just in case, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Again, depending when this video is posted up, I have no idea. So I'm just going to wish all three. And I hope you guys enjoy the holidays, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!